Hello, good morning. Thanks for showing up and taking the time to learn about Goliath Resources. I'm the founder and CEO of the company. Created it in 2017 with a vision of finding the next high-grade gold system, soon to be a deposit, soon to be a future mine in the Golden Triangle of British Columbia. Based on what we have drilled out to date, we are definitely on track, essentially having our dream come true. It's a fairly simple story. This has never been drilled before. It was grassroots. The reason why it hadn't been drilled before until we came along is the fact that it was covered under glacier and permanent snowpack. So we drilled this out in 2021. We found actually 2 kilometers of mineralization wrapping around this mountain peak, 700 meters of vertical relief and outcropping, pinching and swelling to 30 to 40 meters. At surface, we drilled in 2021. We got a 100% hit rate on every hole. Fast forward to today. We've got over 150,000 meters put into the system. We have a 100% hit rate. 92% of these holes have visible gold to the naked eye. So we're quite blessed with a lot of VG in the system. Forward-looking statements. Quickly background, investment banker out of Toronto. Had my own firm for 25 plus years. And actually I was chasing diamonds at Botswana for about a decade there with Dr. Leon Daniels. Unfortunately, that didn't work out as best as I wanted to, but Bill Chornabay, bottom right there, he's a prospector in BC, over 30 years experience, showed me a package of rocks. I've been funding him through my investment bank in TO, and I got excited. I thought, hey, this could possibly be the next SK Creek. Sure by discovery, I guess. We talked about the glaciers have melted. We actually now have the 49 veins stacked over 1.2 kilometers, over 1.8 square kilometers as well. Quite large. Does remain open laterally and to depth. We've done some early metallurgy work. We're getting a 92.2% recovery of the gold at a 327 micron crush, of which almost 50% of that is actually free gold, just from gravity alone. So no deleterious material, no cyanide required. Nearly half the gold is falling out of the host rock, which is quite unique. We just completed, 2025, wrapped that up in September. We drilled over 64,300 meters in 3 months with 9 rigs. So this is helicopter assisted. In my mind, I haven't seen anything like it. Probably the largest drill program of its kind in the world. We are fully funded for a similar size program for this year. Most likely another 50,000 meters. We have 7 rigs teed up at this point. Market cap around 400 million Canadian. Again, BC, Canada, mining friendly jurisdiction, safe. Very pro-business, pro-mining. Certainly the First Nations. We've got lots of infrastructure close by. There's a town in Kitsault, which I can show you. And we all know the tier 1 miners for every ounce of gold they're taking out of the ground, they're going to have to replace at some particular point. That M&A cycle hasn't started yet. Obviously, there's a huge disconnect, I believe, certainly with the precious metals, what they're trading at, and certainly what they're trading at, plus where we're trading at this current time. I've been able to attract some pretty key strategic shareholders: Rob McEwen Mining, Crescat Capital, Eric Sprott, Larry Childress, Wartaw Advisors out of Toronto. They're about a $4 billion fund there. And then I've got a global commodity group out of Singapore, also as a shareholders. Some of the near-term catalysts, why would we want to maybe take a look at the stock, maybe pick away here? I've got 110 holes from last year with multi-elements. So we've released all our gold numbers, and we're still waiting for multi-elements. So that'll be the silver, copper, lead, zinc combined with the gold. And how I view the project now, we're kind of in a low-risk expansion phase where we'll just continue to step out, expand on the known loads that we're drilling into. Again, here's the share structure with the various percentages owned by some of the strategics I mentioned. 173 million out, plus or minus. We have traded close to 200 million shares in the last 52 weeks. So really great volume. On the name. Actually, it's been great volume since I started the company. Research is Stifel and Zacks. Stifel's got a target of 5 Canadian. His guesstimate, we've got 4.4 million ounces gold equivalent. Ron Wartell at Zacks, his guesstimate is around 10 million ounces gold equivalent. His target is around $6 US. Of note, financing I did with McEwen Mining, or McEwen Inc., now MUX. I did a $10 million financing about a year ago. I didn't take his cash, I took his stock at $11.50. That has been as high as $39 in the last couple weeks here. So we've had a great win for the shareholders, non-dilutive. Ultimately, we'll be unwinding that position. We're not in the business of holding other people's stock or other companies' stock. Here's a graph here. You can see we're kind of in this consolidation mode here. I think getting ready to spring north once we break out past this 280-ish, $3. I think we're back to possibly our near high here of 52 weeks. Here's a map, again, Golden Triangle. This is north of Vancouver. You fly north for about 2 hours to Terrace, and you can drive to Kitsault. But as you can see, there's a lot of mines, deposits that have been found in this area. Very, very enriched with a lot of gold, silver, copper, etc. Very large land package. The star here is our Sherbet. That's where our flagship is currently situated. And then down here, we've got the town of Kitsault. I think there's a better, here's a closer one. So town, we can drive to that town in 3.5 hours from Terrace. That was built by Phelps Dodge in the 70s for the Moly mine. That was in production for a couple of years there. I think it went out of business 82, 83. Housed up to 1,000 people. So lots of infrastructure there. And then as well, we have the old Avanti Kitsault Moly mine. So it's currently sitting on private property, permitted. So the way I look at this, we've got sort of a turnkey scenario. We've got a town you can drive to. You've got tidewater. We've got high tension power nearby as well. Just a quick shot of the town itself. So we essentially have these apartment buildings, very modern. It's kind of like the Four Seasons of any mining camp. We've got about an 85% retention rate of the folks that work for us. Everything's consultants, so all the geos and so on and so forth. Basically, this is the mineralization that we discovered back in 2018 that we channel cut prior to the drilling in 2021. Some outcrops here. This is our 2025 drill program. This is the model itself. So again, we have the series of 49 veins within 5 main zones. So if you can take a look at the math on some of these, density is about 2.903. And hence why these ion analysts are coming up with sort of a 4.4 to 10 million ounces. Our guesstimate, I'd be disappointed if our MRE isn't at least 5 million ounces at the end of the day. And here's kind of a video just to give you a really good overview.
Assay results from the recently completed 64,364 meter drill program at the Sherbet discovery has significantly expanded the extent of the high-grade gold mineralization. The updated model from the Sherbet system consists of 5 extensive stacked mineralized zones comprising 46 gold-rich lodes as well as dikes, all of which remain open for expansion. 100% of the drill holes completed to date have all intersected gold mineralization. 355 out of 386, or 92% of the holes drilled to date contain visible gold to the naked eye. The fully funded 2026 drill program will focus on expanding the 5 zones of gold mineralization and building a resource and vectoring in on the mother lode causative source of this extensive high-grade gold system. The Bonanza Zone has a strike of 1.8 kilometers northwest to southeast and 1.1 kilometers northeast to southwest, remains open for expansion, and contains 5 lodes up to 19 meters thick with a combined lode thickness of up to 27 meters and grades up to 13.53 grams per ton gold equivalent over 11 meters. The Sherbet Zone has a strike of 1.2 kilometers northwest to southeast and 930 meters northeast to southwest, remains open for expansion, and contains 9 lodes up to 19 meters thick with a combined lode thickness of up to 30 meters and grades up to 21.08 grams per ton gold equivalent over 23 meters. The Golden Gate Zone has a strike of 1.3 kilometers east to west and 820 meters north to south, remains open for expansion, and contains 18 lodes up to 14 meters thick with a combined lode thickness of up to 49 meters with grades up to 34.52 grams per ton gold equivalent over 39 meters. The Whopper Zone has a strike of 800 meters north to south and 450 meters east to west, remains open for expansion, and contains 12 lodes up to 6 meters thick with a combined lode thickness of up to 30 meters and grades up to 32.67 grams per ton gold equivalent over 4 meters. The Eldorado Zone has a strike of 680 meters east to west and 700 meters north to south, remains open for expansion, and contains 12 lodes up to 5 meters thick with a combined lode thickness of up to 7 meters and grades up to 7.9 grams per ton gold equivalent over 7.15 meters. The gold-rich dikes extend for up to 1.4 kilometers north to south and a vertical relief of up to 890 meters with a width up to 25 meters and grades up to 12.03 grams per ton gold equivalent over 10 meters. The remarkable continuity, widths, and grades demonstrated by drilling in multiple lodes shows this extensive 1.8 square kilometer gold system is quickly becoming one of the most significant gold discoveries in British Columbia's Golden Triangle in many years.
Yeah, so these dikes that we have found, these granitoids, basically, the narrative by the British Columbia Geological Survey was they were supposed to be barren of any type of mineralization because their Eocene age, call it 50 to 55 million years old. We're the first company to actually document this in the Golden Triangle, which gave us a first mover advantage. We were able to acquire a 20% increase of our property to the south, which all these granitoids were not staked because no one thought there'd be any type of, call it grades of gold or mineralization that would be economical. We've actually found a unicorn in the triangle. So actually everyone's re-looking at their data, going back, looking at these granitoids. So we're pretty excited about that. We're doing quite a bit of work with the Colorado School of Mines. They've actually dated all of this. The dikes match these the veins, these lodes that we're seeing that essentially are dipping down to the southwest, southeast, and under microscopic level for thin sections. Ultimately, they were in place roughly around the same time. So we think these dikes might be part of the big fluid passages that came in and filled all these veins that we're seeing or drilling into at this time. Just a couple cross sections. This one here showing a bonanza, the BN1, one of the veins showing continuity in the system. When we're drilling, we're plus or minus 5-10 meters, either above it, below it, or we're hitting it bang on. So again, just demonstrating the continuity of this large system that does remain open. Quickly, we'll go to GD 24260. This graded over 34 grams gold equivalent over 39 meters. Pretty amazing hole. Was actually rated by the Northern Miner the 15th best hole, announced in 2025. And Mining Hub had it, I guess, as best hole in the entire world, number 11, actually. So I'm not sure what their differential is, but anyways, a pretty amazing hole. Lots of, again, VG in that particular hole. Some more cross sections here. The visible gold is disseminated essentially throughout the entire mountain. Again, 92% of the holes we've drilled, close to 400 have VG to the naked eye, again, which is pretty incredible because it's nice to see. Here's part of these 110 holes with the gold equivalents coming here. So it's just quite amazing. Again, with the work of Colorado School of Mines, we know it's a causative intrusive that is either sitting below or laterally that brought all this mineralization into the Sherbet discovery. And then we've got, again, these, these dikes, again, that weren't supposed to be mineralized, which we have found some really good grades in here. Definitely, mineable widths, mineable grades. Some thin section work again here, Colorado School of Mines. These dikes, again, you can see at surface on either side of the mountain, essentially cutting right through. This was the red bit here. That was the original Sherbet gold mineralization wrapping around the mountain that we first drilled in 2021. Some of these dikes are up to 25 meters wide. Again, some of them have strike length of 1,400 meters. If some of these veins have that kind of grade cutting across with similar the continuities all the way through. I mean, there's potentially be a couple 100,000 ounces just in a couple of these veins. There's some other veins here on some other dikes up to 15 meters wide. Thank you.